Bless all the paths our feet walk to be free. Bless all the paths our feet walk to be free.
Awesome. Good crowd. Fun people. Good to see some old familiar faces. So this morning, there's the... Oh, who are you calling? Oh, familiar. I said, familiar faces. Well, my birthday is in a couple weeks, so that doesn't make me any older. Go Leos, Leos rock. So I thought it was funny that where'd Mark go to? Wait, no, that's Scott. Wait. That was a joke. We talked about that earlier. No, seriously, I was interested in talking about, because so many people are talking about what Mark's talking about, which is, why we should live in the present moment. Everybody now, ready? Okay. But see, there are some great payoffs to not living in the present moment. And so I feel like we're like two political debaters, and I'm going to present my side of the story first, because I got here first. So, if you think about it, there are 4 distinct payoffs to not living in the present we would have to give up. And I want to see if you recognize any of these, and we're going to decide collectively, are we willing to give these up? And collectively, they form what I call crap. And you'll see why. This is an important acronym, especially for church. We're going to see if we want to give up our crap or not, okay? So bear with me here. So first of all, I'm very logical, so you have to recognize I'm very logical. First thing you're going to have to do is you have to give up communicating. You have to stop communicating. Because think about it. You have a lovely time with someone, or a lovely meal. And you're sitting there in that present moment, for that one small instant, and someone says, wow, that was really good, wasn't it? Yeah, that was even better than last week's meal. Or you're sitting there in that lovely moment, you go, oh, that was great. What's for dessert? Or what do we have tomorrow? What do we have for breakfast? We have to stop communicating with each other, yes? Okay, that's your C. We would no longer be able to regurgitate. Think about it. You cannot regurgitate in the present moment. You can't go, so-and-so should have done this and they should have done that. You can't regurgitate. I'm mad about something that happened. Can't do anything. You can no longer agitate. You can't rail against what's wrong, because it's not wrong in the present moment, is it? No, it's those people did that thing. We're going to have 4 more years of this, or we're going to have 4 new years of something else. It's always past or future. We have to give up that. And last but not least, my personal favorite, we'd have to give up our right to procrastinate. Thank you. This is why you should not live in the present moment. If you have to give up the right to procrastinate, then what? I'll do that tomorrow. I'll think about that tomorrow. So these are inalienable rights. I think it's in the Constitution. And no one is going to take away my right to hang on to my crap. You were talking about the Olympics. I love that you brought them up, because 8 years ago at this moment, I was in Greece, because I had some fabulous coaching clients that were sailors who were sailing in the Olympics. And it was fascinating to me, because I speak a lot, actually at Sue's church years ago. One of the talks I did was on releasing your baggage. Well, in all the trips I've ever taken, our trip to Greece, the friend I was traveling with, her bag got lost for 3 days. But this is what I find fascinating. When we travel, we pack up our baggage, yes. We call it luggage. And we take it, and we give it to the lovely man who puts it into the baggage system, yes? And then we let go of our baggage. But what is the first thing we do after we've soared? And then we land, what do? Our baggage. And woe is the airline that loses our baggage. Yes? Yes. We get so pissed. I want my stuff back. Why? that means something to me. Something will have been lost if I don't have my baggage. Or that, well, woe be the people who have to see me running around naked. We have all of these things, these parameters we put around when we lose our baggage. And so we are not in that present moment. When they lose our baggage, we are so not in our present moment. Yes? If anything we can give our piece to the baggage claim handlers, would be one of them. That's just right up there, right? But the Olympics are fascinating to me because, traveling and getting to the Olympics and all that, it was really cool. But there's, with that baggage situation, not much living in the present. So much so that my traveling partner, we had access, we were in a home, someone's home, one of the communication directors for public relations for the town of Athens. We got to stay in their home, it was lovely. So we just kept washing her same outfit. She had these dark blue pants and this salmon-colored shirt on for 3 days. So then she got her luggage. And I'm standing there in a store looking for her. And I'm looking, and I'm looking. And this woman next to me in her Southern North Carolina drawl says, "What are you looking for?" And I went, "You!" Because she had on different clothes. So clearly I was not living in the present moment. I was looking for the lady with the blue pants and the salmon top. She was missing. I was trying to like, "Excuse me, ma'am, have you seen?" But athletes have to be in the present moment. Did anyone see any of the track events last night?
Yes.
So the Jamaican runner, a sprinter. I have no idea who it was because the sound was off. But all of a sudden they showed him winning and running and handling. He's like waving to the crowd as he's crossing the finish line. And he was like way far ahead. But my favorite part was then when the cameras panned to his shoes. Did anyone see his shoes? He ran his race, broke a world record, and one of his shoes was untied. I kid you not, one of his shoes was untied. How present was he to what he was doing in the moment that nothing external could affect his performance? If we were so concentrating, oh my God, I hope I don't trip. Oh my God, I hope I don't knock over a hurdle. Oh my God, I hope I run fast. Hope I beat that guy. It never dawns on us that we're not in the present moment when we're in that space of fear. When we give ourselves permission to trust that we have what we need to do. The fascinating thing with the team of sailors that I coached was it was 3 women in their 40s. NPR came down because they were like, what are these 3 women in their 40s doing? Because they were blowing away the other sailors, including the team we lovingly called college girls. Because they were, daddy trust fund baby kind of thing, where that's all they did was sail looking for the Olympics. And here's these, 3 women, basically had got Atkins as their sponsor. So if I see another Atkins shake or power bar, as long as I live, it's like, here, have a case of Atkins. But they came to me because they were struggling. 3 women on a 19-foot boat, imagine that. For 8-10 hours a day. The guys are like, oh my God. Yeah. So imagine, and a lot of their time and energy was spent in, well, she should have done this, and she should have done that, and how come this wasn't done right, and you can do this better, and on and on and on. And what we did was we focused their attention on, tell me one thing each of your sailmates did today that was awesome. And then tell me what one thing you would like to do a little bit better the next time. Instead of projecting it way out there, just simply focusing on what's the next little itty-bitty adjustment I want to make to get to where I want to be. We focus so much of our time and attention on the end result that overwhelms us, and so we never look at the next present moment. Think about a place in your life you're having a huge fear right now. Our fears will freeze us, yes? How many people are procrastinating? So you would have to give up that procrastinating? I'm telling you, do not stay in the present moment. I'm telling you. Those people, where is he? Those people, they want to take away your rights, I'm telling you. So if you procrastinate, you might play games, you're visiting on Facebook, you're sleeping, you're doing 1,000 other things except one small step forward toward what you want. I'm not talking a big step. I'm talking set a timer. 1 minute, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. move whatever it is forward one small bit. Because what that is that's staying in the present moment. That is what is mine to do right here, right now. But we get so attached to the form, and we get so attached to how we're supposed to do it, and how it's supposed to happen, and what it means, and all that good stuff. I was so fortunate. I had, lovely 3 a.m. wake-up call from God. Because ask anybody, I was at Jane and Angie's, I was actually going around the table going, anybody got any ideas about what I should talk about tomorrow? Because I got nothing. I got crap. That was all I had. Got little white piece of paper. Oh, did I put it down? I must have put it down. It's a little, oh wait, here it is. I literally, when I was in the shower yesterday, God gave me crap. Those 4 words and crap. That was all I got yesterday. So there we go. So 7:30 last night, I still had no idea what I'm talking about. So 3 a.m. I get waking up, and this little voice says, get a yo-yo. I say, okay. So, where do I get a yo-yo, God? Dollar store. Awesome. So I go to the dollar store, and this gentleman and his son are shopping in the dollar store, and I walk up and I say, have you guys seen the yo-yos? He says, I haven't, but maybe my son has. And he walks over and he goes, oh yeah, they're right here. And he says, it's $1. He goes, here you go. He said, but, you really should go to the Walmart and get a Dunkin' because they're much better yo-yos. And I said, I understand, but I need this for a talk in 20 minutes, so I'm going to go with this. And then I was like, okay, I need to give him a business card because I want him to work for me one day. I said, which color do you think I should get? The green, the red, the blue, or the yellow? And he goes, oh, the yellow. It'll show up better. I mean, if anyone knows marketing, you know that the best colors to do on a flyer are yellow background and black letters. So here's my yo-yo, right? So in the present moment, I'm playing with my yo-yo. And my yo-yo goes up and down, because that's what yo-yos do, yes? So as long as I'm paying attention to my yo-yo, pretty much, and I just keep taking the same action over and over again, pretty much my yo-yo is going to go up and down, right? Unless, of course, my string's a little too long, or I'm not, really good with my eye-hand coordination. If I look at you guys, I can't, now I'm screwed. Now my yo-yo is like, man. So I will sit here, because I want my yo-yo to go up and down. I will do this. How many of you do this in your life when that thing that was flowing very nicely is suddenly not working right? Yes? And then we get mad. There's something wrong with my yo-yo. Fix it for me. Or I go back to the place I got it and I go, you sold me something defective. This is not working in my life anymore. Do it. Fix it for me. Make it work. Or we spend all of our time and energy going, I cannot believe that I got this yo-yo. And see, I just go round and round and round, and it never gets shorter, and it never works, and why isn't it working? And we get so caught up in forcing it to do what we want it to do. Where are we? Are we in the present moment? No, we're in the future. I want to be able to play with my yo-yo, and I can't play with my yo-yo right now because my yo-yo is not working. Over in the past, my yo-yo was fine. I used to have a Dunkin' and it lit up. I really loved it. And I got this crappy Dollar General store. It doesn't work well, so what's the point? And then we just give up. We say, you know what? I didn't want to play with that yo-yo anyway. And we're talking about giving up your dream. Fine. Then I'm not going to. Why? Because somewhere in the past, when something went wrong, we gave up. And then we did it again. And then we did it again. And then we did it again. And we projected it out into the future. Manuel Schock, he was a wonderful Swiss, he actually still is alive, a wonderful Swiss psychologist who came and spoke at the Gathering years ago. And he has this wonderful book called Time Therapy. And he said there's no such thing as living in the present because you're always bringing your past into it and projecting the future onto it. So there really is no such thing as the present. There's literally just, what am I going to do now? What is mine to do now? And letting go of that attachment to how it happens. Now, most of you get squiggly when I talk about the T word that I usually talk about, which is tithing. See all the swimmers? That was good. I love that. Tithing. I'm going to talk about the other T word that makes people incredibly uncomfortable. Ready? Trusting. Oh, I trust you until you do something that makes me not trust you. How many of you here know Julie Hall Runyon, now known as the mother of the most perfect baby in the universe? How many people here have held the baby? How many people have held the baby more than once? Don't you cry. I was saying her lips are literally this big. She's like a little bug. But Julie years ago was my best friend. No, years ago, we were having ice cream outside where the Toys R Us used to be. There was a little ice cream shop there. So we're eating our ice cream. We just finished up, and she's got this blue satchel next to her. She says, "You know I love you, right?" I said, "Well, yeah, of course, you're my best friend." She unzips the bag. Then she utters that wonderful phrase that every friend wants to hear from their friends. "Do you trust me?" You know, until that very moment, I did. 100%. But up until that moment. So I said, "Of course I trust you." Lie, lie, lie. She goes, "Hold out your hand and close your eyes." Okay. And suddenly something warm and fuzzy was in my hand, with many legs. And I open my eyes and there is a stuffed Beanie Baby spider. And if I could have I'm pretty sure that's why my shoulder's dislocated right now. If I could have removed my arm from my body, I would have. My breathing got shallow, you know, she'd take it off my hand and I'd, back to normal, and she'd put it back down and I'd freak out again. Why? Because I was remembering an incident I had had as a child with a spider that has governed my whole life around spiders. Now tie this into trusting with other people. Okay, my Olympic athletes had to trust that every member of their team was going to do her best and was going to show up and be fully present. We have to trust that the universe is always conspiring for our good. Now, how many of you trust that most of the time? Waver, come back and forth. How many of you need the evidence? How many of you from Missouri? You gotta show me. In spirit, I'm a Missourian, you're gonna have to show me, God. We don't trust. Because why? Because we take past experiences, we lay it over onto the present, and then we project that onto the future. It's like taking a USB little card thing, plugging it into your laptop, and then projecting it up here. The only thing that's present is the laptop. Everything else is the past. I put it on the little zippy thing, and the future. Now I'm projecting it. I love how they're called projectors. So we're projecting what's going to happen instead of literally living in the present moment. And we do that because we start to feel uneasy about sitting and being present. Think about it. If you just sat for a minute and allowed yourself to be fully present, some thought is going to creep in. A little tightness will creep in around your solar plexus, around your heart, wherever you feel it. And so then, of course, we start judging that. And oh my God, that means something. And then we start building the story around, why am I uncomfortable? Okay, I'm uncomfortable because of this, or I'm uncomfortable because I'm worried that this is going to happen. We go back and forth, we just build and build and build on it, right? And of course, if we allow ourselves to just feel that feeling and continually bring up, God and I are one. I trust that all is well. I am safe. It's a big, huge Becky Bailey. I am safe. If you just sit there, bring it to mind. Close your eyes a second. Bring to mind something that's fearful in your life right now. And as you're thinking it, just quietly say over and over again and very slowly breathe it in and out. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. I am safe. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are that are going on. It doesn't matter what you're projecting into the future. I am safe. It doesn't matter what's happened in the past that you're creating the story around. I am safe. And sometimes it'll bring tears to your eyes to know I am safe. No matter what, they cannot take anything from me. I am safe. And when you can recognize that for yourself, then it doesn't matter what happens out there. I know some of you are subscribers to my newsletter, and I sent out an article yesterday about truly trusting God. And I got back this reply from a gentleman I've never heard of, no idea where he's from. And he started talking about how he loved my definition of tithing as being giving all. Giving all your thoughts, your words, your actions, everything. And he said, true trust is when you have had everything taken away from you so that there's nothing left to trust except Jesus. But there's nothing left to trust except that divine energy. And that's what happens over and over again. We get attached to things. How many of you know there were a lot of fires going on in Colorado recently? And there was a huge fire in Colorado Springs. About 350 homes were destroyed. And this one woman escaped out of her house with a carload of stuff that was important to her, she had an attachment to. Just as her house was being engulfed in flames, she got out just in the nick of time. She starts driving to Utah to her family's and winds up in a single car accident where her car flips. She gets out unharmed, completely unharmed, and then she stands there and watches as her car bursts into flames. It was almost like one of those cosmic, which part of complete do-over was not perfectly clear? You ever had that where you let go of something but you cling to something, and so then it goes bye-bye too, and you're like, a dark cloud on, was it Pigpen or something? I'm cursed, it's a karmic thing from past generations. It's not. It's your opportunity to let go and trust. A dear friend of mine gave me the most valuable message in my life that I've carried with me. I share it everywhere I go. Do not ever again in your life trust anyone. Trust God. Love people, trust God. Because if you trust people, it's conditional. Trust is always conditional. It's based on, I will trust you until you prove yourself untrustworthy. Or my favorite, you have to earn my trust back. And so then we're always looking for the evidence that supports the past behavior or that is going to alert us to the future behavior. And instead of simply loving people and blessing them and seeing them, think about everyone in your life that you have issues with. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to do one of two things. Either pretend they're me, which seems to work for some people. I love you, I don't like them very much. Or pretend that you're just meeting them. So there's no baggage, there's no past, there's no future, there's this present moment. How would you show up for them in this present moment? Because how you show up for other people is how you show up for yourself. Let me repeat that. How you show up for other people is how you show up for yourself. When you can truly show up for yourself in this present moment, not judging yourself for anything in the past, not projecting into the future, well, I deserve this, or I want that, or I'm entitled to this, or I'm gonna have this and then everything will be better. You know those? That's one of my favorites. We talked about that last week. About how, we're constantly looking for that thing outside of us, that if this one thing changed, everything would be okay in my world. If I just had a little more health, if I had a little more money, if I had a little more peace of mind, then everything would be fine. Instead of just recognizing everything's fine in this now moment. You talked about, having more peace, more joy. My prayer for everyone, my dream, my fervent hope for you, is that you will realize that in this moment, you have infinite, illimitable is the word I like, illimitable peace, illimitable love, illimitable health, illimitable abundance in every way, shape, and form. If you choose to see it, if you choose to recognize it, if you choose to be present in this moment with it. Namaste. I completely forgot. I have a dear friend who's visiting here, and she is going through a rite of passage. She asked me if I would bless her and her dear husband's upcoming nuptials, so I wanted to invite my dear friend all the way from Britain, Lady Lavinia. And her lovely husband, Tom.
Tom should be here. I don't know where he is.
Didn't he know we were going to do it right up at the
He
top?
certainly did, but of course he ignores me. He'll do everything I tell him because he's a man.
Well, but where is he? I mean, I
don't know. Tom?
I told him he should be here when we finish
I
up.
know, and you should. I'm very disappointed in Paula, Reverend Paula. You're really not dressed for church.
I forgot my tie.
What's your pearl? Tom, darling. Tom.
Lovely husband. Hello, Tom.
We're in Hollywood. Look here. We're in the lot.
I know. This is my friend Reverend
Well,
Paula.
howdy.
One must be very reverend.
Well, how do you do, man? Oh, you're welcome. So, where's all the diving boards? You said the people of diversity. The Olympic swim team, right? Diving team, that's what we're here to sing to
Yes, we
today?
are. We're here to honor everyone.
Well, good. Well, my name's Tennessee Tom. This here's my wife, Lavinia.
Hello, hello. Lovely to see you.
Yes. You know what?
What, dear?
You should have waited for me.
I didn't want to.
I've
You should have been here on time.
Well, you know what? You should wait for me sometimes because I had to eat my liver. When I drink too much coffee, I've got to go potty.
You think you should know better?
Well, you should have waited for me. You know what? I thought we were going to stop that shooting on each other. You know what we should do? We should sing that nice song
I
about
think
that
we should
David
sing a song.
Rockefeller.
I think we should
Want
sing
to
a
do
song.
that?
I
I'll do that for you.
I think should
Hit it,
Melody
Mel.
should play for us.
Last night before we posed, my sweetheart called me.
Darling, you should hurry. You should come to bed and you. You shouldn't keep your lady waiting. You should be cooperating and you should learn to do the things you're told.
Well, something in her tone of voice, someone less than kind. This person telling me the things I shouldn't do. A bell went off inside my head, rang right up inside that bed. Said, baby, you should learn a thing or two. Like you should squeeze a toothpaste from the end, not from the top. You should pay attention to the prices when you shop. I think we should know better than to tell me things that I should do. Don't shoot on me, and I won't shoot on you. But while we're on the subject, there are certain other things, my dear, you should be aware of. I should think you shouldn't shove little things, but ones I'm sure you really should take care of, like the way you think and everything you do. You should watch the way you eat.
I think you're eating too much meat.
I think that you should change the clothes you wear.
You should change your TV channels.
Polyester sheets to flannel.
And you should change the way you do your hair.
I only want what's best for you.
Whatever, won't you listen?
I should know by now what you should put your emphasis in. We should all know better than
to tell each other what to do.
Don't shit on me, and I won't shit on you. So nowadays we're understanding. Now my lady is less demanding.
No hot feelings. Disregard.
Sincerely yours, it's true.
And when
we start to say you should, we stop. Cause it's understood. Don't shit on me, I won't shit on you. Well, I guess it's only human nature.
Homo sapien nomenclature.
Minding everybody else's business but your own. Well, you should ask, and you should ask.
No, with what we're getting at, sometimes we should leave well enough alone.
This song is almost over.
I'm so
I'm
pleased
glad that
we got through it. I know we did a shouldy job. Shouldy job.
But someone had to do it. We should all know better than
to tell each other what to do.
Don't shit on me and I won't shit on you. Don't shit on me and I won't shit on you.
don't really know what to say. There's nothing to say.
We should make an amoeba.
No,
Oh, it's birthday Sunday. We should sing happy birthday.
First of all, I want to say thank you guys. And thank you, Paula. Yes. It would be worth waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning if that's what you came up with, right? And when I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning, it's not ever that good. Yeah? So, what month are we in? August. If you have a birthday in August, I'm really sad because Miley's not here today, and this is her birthday month. But come on up. We're going to do our birthday. Look at this. Don't be bashful. Holy moly.
We should move those mics back a little bit. We should. Move the mics back a little
Happy birthday, today's your day. You are so fabulous in every way. Your halo shines so bright, it's blinding our eyes. We're glad news due from the sky. Happy birthday, today's your day. You are so fabulous in every way. Your halo shines so bright, it's blinding our eyes. We're glad news due from the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, there you are, superstar. Are you as old as they say you are? You're so smart to be with us. You get a gift from us, our love. So it's birthday, birthday to ya. Birthday, birthday to ya. Oh, it's birthday, birthday to ya. Oh, it's birthday, birthday to ya. Yeah, it's birthday, birthday to ya. Yeah, it's birthday, birthday to ya. Oh, it's birthday, birthday to ya.
Extra hugs for the birthday people. All right. Let's squish up here and make an amoeba.
Make it amoeba.
All right.
You go up there. I'm not staying on the
May the long time sun shine upon you. All of
Go get them.
Bless all